Hi all. Now you must be wondering, what if we are watching your videos 1 year later, 2 year later, 3 year later, 4 year later? So here is the answer. Why first understand the question? Okay, why you don't need to worry about new JDK version. Like today, if I teach you with JDK 17 or 18 or 21, every 6 months they are releasing their updates. So might be after 6 months or 1 year, 2 year, if you are watching my video, then are these video helpful for you or not? So Java releases new JDK version every 6 months with performance improvement, security update, and new features. But the most important thing is old Java code does not break because Java is backward compatible. Sometimes interviewers will directly ask you, what do you mean by backward compatibility? Then people will like get confused and they might get might not be able to answer this question. So remember, anything that is coming with the updates is coming with the improvements. And they are getting some new features, but whatever things they are including, they are keeping in their mind that old Java code should not break. They mark them as deprecated, but they won't completely remove that from code base because they know that most of the industries are running on Java only. And if they will suddenly give, after 6 months, they'll suddenly give a version that is not compatible with the previous version, that no one is gonna use Java, right? So because of this backward compatibility, Java is ruling this tech industry, right? So what does this backward compatible mean in Java? Backward compatible means the code written in older version of Java will continue to work in newer versions of Java without modifications. In simple words, if you write a Java program today, right, and Java releases a new version in future, like if you have made a project today, right, and after 3 years you wanted to give that project for your younger brother or sister to showcase that in your college. Okay, so is it like your projects will not work because that time till that time Java has made some like many changes after six months intervals, many updates? So that is totally wrong. Your code will work fine. Your code that you have written in older versions of Java will continue to work in newer versions of Java also. That is mean by backward compatibility, right? Now, how Java achieves backward compatibility? First of all, we know bytecode. What is bytecode? I already told you that whenever we compile our source code that we have written using Java compiler that is provided by JDK, it gets converted to a bytecode. Bytecode is basically .class file. So, new JVM are designed to understand the old bytecode and execute it correctly. Now, whenever new JDK will come, it will have new updates of JREs and JVMs also, right? And basic your Java code, that is bytecode dot class file I am talking about, that JVM is running. So that JVM is updated in such a way that it should be able to understand the bytecode that is written with previous Java versions. And the JVM is responsible to execute it correctly. A newer version of JVM can run bytecode generated by older JDK. Okay. Another thing is stable core library. Core Java APIs like we have java.lang, java.util, and so many packages we are using, libraries we are using. They are rarely like something from them is rarely possible to get removed because they have um, maintain the code in such a way that these are very helpful. If something becomes outdated, I already told you, they can deprecate it, but they won't delete it. They gives developer time to upgrade them safely. They don't delete them without giving you any update or anything. And if they wanted to, like something is very outdated and new technologies are coming, so for an ongoing project, definitely people will try to shift to the newer technology. So it's not like if a task is being done by some code in 3 seconds and one program the previously written is taking 30 seconds, You will prefer 3-second task, na? So that is the case. And they won't remove the outdated version. They'll deprecate it, remember. And another thing is write once, run anywhere. Java follows this principle, and this was the first principle with this it was released. This principle also supports backward compatibility across versions and platforms. So this was the explanation about backward compatibility. Now, suppose you wrote a Java application using JDK 8. Today's system is using JDK 17 or 21. The application will still run or not? It will run. Why it will run? Now you know the answer why it will run. You can directly say it is backward compatible and you can explain whatever I have explained in these two slides. Okay. And the applications will still run without code changes. This is why most of the banks and the big MNC companies or government system and the long-term projects, they are trusting Java over any other language. That is why I told you whether AI will come or any technology will come, but they cannot replace Java. And what about deprecated features? Now, this might have struck your mind when I told you about that they won't remove the outdated dependencies or some outdated methods or something from their APIs. They just mark them as deprecated. Deprecated means this will still work, but they are not recommended for newer code. They may be removed only after many years, not less one, two. It will take so many years. So developers get enough time to get migrated, right? Now the interviewer ready question and answer. So you can answer it like Java is a backward compatible, which means code written in older Java version continues to work in newer versions. Java ensures this through stable bytecode and JVM design. This makes Java reliable even though new JDK versions are released every 6 months. So this should be your explanation, and this was all about this video. Thanks all. Bye.